So this will be my third time updating the pack standard guide, and the reason for it this time is because Rockstar decided to implement a little hotfix that patches out the ability to access your garage and get a personal vehicle during the pack standard finale. And why did they do this? I don't know. It could be for shark cards, it could be to make it harder and the people using the glitch to play the finale over and over again. I don't really know. I don't really want to get into that in this video. We can get into that in a different video discussing heist in general, really. If you guys want to see that video, let me know in the comments and we can have a discussion, maybe a podcast about it. Who knows? But today I'm here to teach you guys the new strategy involving using a helicopter and getting away with all the cash in pack standard. This strategy isn't that hard. The only problem with this is because with the Kuruma method, you can actually carry people. The only thing that people really needed to know how to do is do their part inside the bank and then swim to the boat and get inside the Kuruma, obviously. That's all they need to know how to do, because you can have one person run all the way to the bikes and kill all the cops if they need to. You can have one person drive the Kuruma, have one person drive the boat. You know, it was easy. They didn't need to do anything, they didn't ride bikes or anything. But now, you need teammates to actually know what they're doing. Otherwise, you have teammates that, for instance, fall off the roof. I don't know how you fall off a giant roof, but they fall off the roof and kill themselves.
Fuck.
How did you die? How?
I fell off. Oh, jeez.
You are so shit at this game, Bugatti. You can't get on a bike, you can't just sit on a roof.
Or they trip someone on the ladder. I don't know how. It just happens sometimes. You need teammates that know what they're doing. Just some pretty decent teammates. As long as they know how to shoot someone with a gun and climb a ladder, you should be good, honestly. So I'm gonna go ahead and mention some things from the last video because they are useful for some people who are new to the channel and haven't seen any of my older videos. First thing first is the runner. There's two options for runner. Either one, you could run and deal with all the cops, or two, there's a strat involving not seeing any cops at all. Basically, how it works is you have two people on crowd control. One is the host and one is the runner. The runner cannot be the host. If the host is the runner, they will spawn as to be someone that is not the host on crowd control. Once you guys exit the bank, that crowd control number 2 that is not the host will run all the way to the bikes, and for some reason, I don't know how it works, but barely any cops spawn and they're able to get to the bikes without even shooting one officer if they don't want to, if they're fast enough. And it's a lot easier. Now usually I'm the runner as host because a lot of people I play with are random people from Discord and they don't really know any strategies on how to get there. I don't really trust them with that I guess that big part of the heist, running all the way to the bikes and blowing them up. So as a runner, the easiest way to do it is to use a double health glitch or use a vest. Now the way the double health glitch works is you go and save an outfit before the heist that has a combat vest on, and make sure you own a scarf. Now what you're going to do is once you finish and you get outside the bank and you're going to run, if you go into your style and your interaction menu and put on a scarf, it will remove the combat vest, meaning that you can run at full speed like usual and you're not slowed down at all, but you have double or even triple health values that the vest gives to your character. And that makes it a lot easier to run all the way to the bikes instead of stopping, putting on armor, eating snacks if you get shot up by helicopters or something. But I'm pretty sure you guys know the whole thing about the bank. You go inside the bank, you shoot security guards, crowd control holds out RPG's the cute intimidation level all the way up instead of shooting all over the place. Hacker will go inside once it's done opening the gate, of course, and steal all of the cash. Make sure one person grabs all the cash, usually Hacker, so that we don't run the risk of two people having cash and getting shotted and losing even more cash if you lose any at all. Pretty simple. Most people know the strategy. It's not really that hard. It's just, you know, covering the guard spawn really and having one person pick up all the cash. And once you get outside the bank, it's good to kill all of the cops and then make sure everyone, including the money carrier, comes outside of the bank and then goes back in to activate their checkpoint. Otherwise, you couldn't run the risk of failing. The only time you don't run that risk of failing is when you're actually crowd control running. But if you're not crowd control, or you're the host rather, make sure everyone comes outside the bank and then goes back in that little window when all the cops are dead. Then the runner can continue running down the alley with a double health glitch or whatever strategy you decide to use, going all the way to the bikes, destroying the bikes, and then killing themselves, and then you will spawn there with your entire team. Now this is where the strategy changes from the Kuruma strategy. Now you need one person that knows how to fly to go get the helicopter. That person will get on a bike and take off towards the west station, because the East Vinewood Police Station helicopter spawn was deactivated back in like 2015 when the heist actually came out. It was back when they first came out, they patched that method, but you could still get a helicopter. You went ahead towards this point in the map, and you want to make sure that your teammates do not get on the bikes, because you have a 15-second window to get there without any cops bothering you. So around the 5-second mark, when it says, you know, go back, you're gonna fail, have your teammates get on the bikes, and if they get on the bikes quick enough before that little thing counts down to 0 and you fail for being away from too long, it'll pass the checkpoint as if you all got on at the same time, and you'll have cops spawning on you then, but you won't fail the mission. And once you get to the police station, don't go straight up to it. You want to stop in this little patch of grass, look towards it. If the helicopter doesn't spawn, look away, look back, drive off a little bit and drive back, and it should spawn. If it doesn't spawn up there and you go to the police station, it's never going to spawn. You have to look away and look back until you see either the ambulance chopper or the police helicopter on top of the building. Once you've confirmed there's a helicopter there, head towards the building the way I go. Make sure you take out the security guard that spawns here if they do spawn here. Then you want to take the ladders all the way to the top, take out any helicopters following you, and then get inside the helicopter and head towards your teammates. Now rewind a little bit. Once you tell your teammates to get on the bikes and you're still on the way getting the helicopter, your teammates have their own job. What they need to do is they need to go around the building, and there's two ways to get up to this rooftop. You can either take the stairs up and then go across some roofs, or they can go all the way around to the place where the hack job takes place, the two vans, that setup job. You can go there and climb the ladder all the way to the roof. Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you get to the top of this rooftop, have money carrier, or hacker I should say, hide next to the little air conditioning duct so that way they don't get shot and lose cash. Have one person covering the ladders and another covering the sky for helicopters with a homing launcher, and make sure you guys don't get shot at until the helicopter arrives. And once the helicopter arrives, make sure there's no police helicopters chasing them. If there is, take them out, hop in the helicopter, and you can head all the way back to the canyon. Now once you guys get to the canyon area, you need two people on the side of the choppers that actually have rocket launchers out and ready to kill people, because you could go straight to the boat, but that involves getting shot at and losing cash. The best way to do this is go to the canyon, go to the little tunnel, have someone with a rocket launcher shoot a rocket at the two cops down there, killing them both, then getting really close to the checkpoint till it passes, going back in the air, going through every single checkpoint in the canyon, which isn't that hard really, and then go down to the boat. And if you did it correctly, you should lose your wanted level. You shouldn't worry about getting shot at. Land the helicopter, get in the boat, don't parachute because parachuting is a big risk. Sometimes people die because they don't know what they're doing. Land the helicopter on the sand, get inside the boat, and you take off with all $1.25 million. If you did it correctly, you didn't get shot at, you didn't crash the helicopter or anything like that, you should be good. You shouldn't have lost any cash, and that's the easiest way to do it. Now alternatively, like I said before, you could take the helicopter from the roof all the way to the canyon and just get inside the boat, or parachute inside the boat if you want to, but that's a lot more riskier. You run the risk of losing cash or the helicopter getting shot up and, you know, dying mid-flight and then crashing to the ground and killing everyone. There's a lot of risk doing that. I don't like doing that strategy. There is also the riot van strategy of taking the riot van all the way to the boat. That takes a long ass time, and I don't really like using the riot van because it's very slow. It is very hard to take the riot van through the canyon. I'm not even sure if it's possible, honestly, because of how slow and how fast it'll lose the momentum when it's going up the Vinewood Hills towards the canyon. So I do not recommend doing that. So to be honest, the Kuruma method didn't really change much. I mean, this takes the same amount of time, and it's not really that hard either. As long as you have someone that knows how to fly, you're pretty much good. It's just not as simple as before, but it's still possible to grind pack standard in pretty much the same amount of time, if not even less than the Kuruma strategy. And you can still use the armored Kuruma into setups as well, just not in the finale. So pack standard isn't dead, and it's not so hard like some people like to say. A lot of people are saying, fuck this game, I'm buying shark cards, or fuck this game, I'm buying a modded account or something. You don't need to do any of that. If you're saying you need to buy a modded account because they patch the Kuruma method, then you're just looking for a reason to buy a modded account. Now, I did not come up with the helicopter strategy itself. In fact, I didn't know helicopters spawned at all. I thought all police stations were deactivated. I didn't know it was just an East Vinewood station. So a link to the original video that I've seen anyway, that I based this on, is linked in the description below. I made some adjustments like I usually do to strategies to make it more efficient and faster, and of course to get all the cash. But the original video will be linked in the description below. Check that out. Also, if you guys are looking for heist members or people to do CEO work with or biker contracts with, anything, basically anything making money in GTA wise, I have a Discord for that. We have a PS4 channel, a PC channel, as well as an Xbox One channel. They all need new members. We have around 150 people, I believe, or 130 people in the Discord. Not too much, but it's not completely dead. We can use some more members though. So if you guys are having trouble finding heist members or people to do CEO work with or VIP work, or, you know, the new import-export jobs, if you need any people to help you out, you want to help each other out and make some money, join the Discord, link in the description below. You can join it off your iPhone, off your Android, or even off your desktop app. It does not matter. Discord is pretty much in every platform I can think of. And there you can talk to people and get people to play heist with. And it's a lot easier than just playing with randoms or going on Twitter or going somewhere else to look for people to play with, because this is a dedicated heist and CEO work or biker work Discord. With that out of the way, hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you for 40k subs. That is fucking ridiculous. Thank you for your continued support. It is the only thing keeping me going, honestly, at this point. And I will see you guys on the next video. Rest in peace, the Kuruma strategy. You were loved.
Rest in peace, my nigga!